I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue. Free book summary audiobook. Here's a detailed and engaging summary of I Hope This Finds You Well by Natalie Sue, written to captivate readers and spark interest in the audiobook. The life of Jolene, the protagonist of I Hope This Finds You Well, is a careful balancing act between detachment and routine. Working at Super Shops Incorporated, a corporate behemoth with sterile office corridors and mundane responsibilities, Jolene has perfected the art of staying unnoticed. Her days are predictable, her boundaries rigid, and her interactions with co-workers kept to a bare minimum. Yet beneath her composed exterior lies a woman burdened by the weight of loneliness and the unhealed scars of a traumatic past. The story opens by plunging readers into Jolene's meticulously curated world. Her coping mechanism, though peculiar, is surprisingly relatable. Each time she drafts an email at work, she adds a P.S., a brutally honest thought or sarcastic observation about the recipient or situation, written in white font. These secret messages serve as her silent rebellion against the blandness of corporate life and the frustrations she faces. In her mind, these unspoken truths are a harmless outlet, invisible to everyone but her. This fragile sense of control shatters when a technological mishap exposes her private thoughts. Her innocuous PS becomes public knowledge, leading to mandatory sensitivity training. Suddenly, the fortress of invisibility Jolene has built for herself begins to crumble. This incident, while embarrassing, marks the beginning of a transformative journey that challenges her understanding of connection, vulnerability, and the power of empathy. The ripple effects of this IT disaster grow when Jolene stumbles upon an unexpected ethical dilemma. While navigating her company's internal systems, she gains access to her co-workers' emails and direct messages. At first, this intrusion into their private lives is accidental, but curiosity gets the better of her. Rationalizing her actions as a necessary survival tactic amid the threat of layoffs, Jolene begins to delve into the unfiltered lives of her colleagues. Through these messages, she discovers that the people around her, people she once dismissed as mere office archetypes, are far more complex than she imagined. The overly cheerful coworker she found grating is struggling with financial difficulties. The seemingly aloof manager is racked with guilt over missing their child's milestones. Each revelation peels back layers of humanity, forcing Jolene to confront her own preconceived notions and prejudices. As she immerses herself deeper into this trove of secrets, Jolene finds herself becoming emotionally invested. Her colleagues' struggles resonate with her own unspoken pain, stirring an unexpected sense of empathy. This shift in perspective begins to blur the lines between observer and participant in her workplace dynamics. For the first time in years, Jolene starts to see her coworkers not just as annoyances or obstacles but as individuals navigating their own storms. A pivotal figure in Jolene's journey is Cliff, the HR representative assigned to oversee her sensitivity training. Cliff is everything Jolene tries to avoid: approachable, optimistic, and sincerely invested in connecting with others. Initially, she views him as an irritant, another corporate drone enforcing arbitrary policies. But as their sessions progress, Cliff reveals himself to be more nuanced. His warmth and perceptiveness challenge Jolene's cynical worldview, encouraging her to lower her guard. Cliff becomes a mirror for Jolene, reflecting back the barriers she's erected around herself. His genuine efforts to understand her spark a sense of accountability. Through their interactions, Jolene begins to question why she has chosen isolation as her default setting. The sensitivity training sessions, initially a punishment, evolve into a catalyst for Jolene's introspection and eventual growth. Parallel to this external transformation is the unearthing of Jolene's past. Readers learn that her reluctance to engage with others stems from a deeply personal tragedy that occurred during her teenage years. This traumatic event has left an indelible mark on her psyche, influencing how she navigates relationships and handles vulnerability. The novel gradually unveils the details of this event, allowing readers to piece together the emotional armor Jolene has built to protect herself from further pain. As Jolene continues to explore her co-workers' messages, she finds herself facing a moral crossroads. While her newfound understanding of their struggles fosters empathy, it also confronts her with the ethical implications of her actions. Is her intrusion justified if it leads to personal growth or benefits her relationships? Or does it represent a betrayal of trust, regardless of her intentions? These questions add depth to the narrative, forcing Jolene, and readers, to grapple with the complexities of morality in an age dominated by digital footprints. The turning point in the story comes when Jolene realizes that true connection requires vulnerability. Her colleagues' messages, while illuminating, are no substitute for genuine interaction. Slowly, she begins to open up, sharing pieces of herself with those around her. This shift is not immediate or easy. Jolene stumbles, retreats, and hesitates. Yet, each step forward brings her closer to a version of herself unburdened by fear and mistrust. By the novel's conclusion, Jolene has undergone a profound transformation. The walls she once clung to have been replaced by bridges, tentative, imperfect, but undeniably present. Her relationships with her co-workers, particularly Cliff, evolve into authentic connections grounded in mutual understanding and respect. Jolene's journey is not about achieving perfection but about embracing the messy, unpredictable nature of human connection. Natalie Sue's I Hope This Finds You Well is more than just a story about a woman navigating corporate life. It's a deeply human exploration of loneliness, resilience, and the courage it takes to confront one's past. Through Jolene's eyes, readers are invited to examine their own walls, the facades they maintain, and the possibilities that lie beyond them. The novel's brilliance lies in its ability to blend humor with poignancy. Jolene's sarcastic internal monologue provides moments of levity, even as the narrative delves into weightier themes. This balance ensures that the story remains engaging without ever feeling overly heavy. Ultimately, I Hope This Finds You Well is a testament to the power of vulnerability. It reminds readers that even in the most mundane settings, profound transformation is possible. Jolene's journey serves as a beacon of hope, illustrating that it's never too late to reach out, to connect, and to find healing in the unlikeliest of places. For anyone who has ever felt unseen, misunderstood, or trapped in their own bubble, this book offers a powerful reminder that connection begins with a single step forward. Natalie Sue's debut novel is a compelling, thought-provoking read that will resonate long after the final page is turned. This summary seeks to highlight the book's emotional depth, relatable themes, and engaging narrative to entice readers into discovering Jolene's story in full.